All right, we're here in the garage already. We did get some snow here, so that's why the car is kind of covered. The first step we're gonna do is we are gonna jack up the car. I think I might end up doing the bushings first. Otherwise, we're gonna have to jack up the car anyways, and then we're gonna stick an Allen key actually into the reverse cable hole, which I can show you under the car here real soon. So now we're underneath the car. Once you get everything jacked up, so you're gonna go ahead and put an Allen key or Allen wrench that'll fit right up here. As you can see that hole right there. I don't know if it'll focus, but there's like a cable going up there. Let me get this thing to focus a little bit. There you go. So yeah, you can see that hole right there. Just want to push that through. There's 2 layers there. So we'll go ahead and put an Allen key in there. But anyway, since we're down here, you can kind of see, I think the front bushing is gonna be located there, but we're actually gonna probably be working a little bit further back. I don't got a lot of room here. I'm gonna have to jack up the car even higher, and then the rear bushing is like right there. You can kind of see it. But anyways, we gotta get or take some things off here. We'll have to take off this exhaust shield, and then this cross member that's right in front of me. If you can focus, kinda. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take those off, and yeah, we might also have to take off the O2 sensor. So yeah, let's do all that first. Alright guys, so yeah, I went ahead and already got off the front bushing. So disregard the Allen wrench or key. I had to take it off so that way once this drops down you can take off this bolt here. What I used is I had to use a 9/16, but I think a 14mm wrench would work also for that. And you only need that. You don't have to hold the other side since it's a welded nut on the other side. And then for the rear bushings, I use a 12mm socket. So this right side here, if you'll focus, is it's pretty easy to take out. The other side, it's kind of a tight spot, but yeah, there's 2 there. So once you take that out, then we can go ahead and start putting in the bushings. I'll go ahead and do the front one first. So this one, yeah, we'll have to probably somehow push this all out, but the new ones will be easy to push or put in since it's 2 separate pieces. So let's go ahead and do the front bushings first. All right, as you can already see, I actually got the front bushings in and the rear ones in. Talking about the front one, so I did the front one first, unbolted it, dropped it down, and then pushing out the rubber one is kind of a pain in the ass, but once you get it out, then you can go ahead and put the new ones in. But then I left it out for now, and then I went to the rear ones, took that one out, and we put that one in first. And I did grease it up inside the hole before pushing the actual linkage in, and then tighten that up first. And then I went ahead and put this one in last. And then I did zip tie that cable right there, as it might hang a little bit. You don't want it to hit your drive shaft. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the bottom side for putting in the bushings. So we can go ahead and put everything back in for the cross member, brakes, O2 sensor, and the exhaust shield. And then I already went ahead and put in the Allen wrench back in for the reverse cable, as we'll be going inside here real soon to work on the short shifter. So let me go ahead and put everything back in, and we'll start off in the inside here. All right, guys, now that we are inside the car, we're gonna start installing the short shifter. But first, we'll have to take out this console here, and this obviously shift console here too. So starting out, we'll have to take out everything here, and there'll be 2 10mm bolts, and then right in the e-brake here, there's a Phillips screwdriver or Phillips head, and you'll use a Phillips screwdriver. So yeah, that'll take off that, and then this should be able to lift right up. You want to be able to disconnect your the cable here for the STI since it's illuminated. So let's go ahead and do those two things first, and then we'll start off, and then we'll go on to what's next. All right, so now that we got that all removed, so this, you can just kind of slide it back. You don't have to take the whole thing off. And then I found out with my STI, I didn't have to remove the cable. I just kind of slid over to the side, and that's fine. And then you would slip off the boot to take off the cover. But anyways, next step is we'll go ahead and remove these two clips here to remove the actual boot. So let's go ahead and do that next. All right, now that we got the boot removed, I think what we're gonna do next is take out this roll pin so that way it can release the reverse cable. What I did here is I put it into third gear so that way we can punch this out using a pin punch. I'd say you don't have to remove it all the way, just enough for it to start going up and down, because then it'll be way easier to actually punch it in once you put in your short shifter. But anyways, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do that next, and then, you know, cut the zip tie, and then yeah, we'll go on from there. So now that we got the pin kind of out, see, it was just enough. You don't have to take it all the way out, just enough to get it to move up and down. And then I went ahead and cut off the cable. So you should be able to pull out your reverse cable here now. So just be careful. We can go ahead and do this with one hand, I guess. All right. So that's that. We can kind of set that to the side. So then the next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off these two here. Well, it's one bolt, but you need two wrenches to remove that off, and I believe it's a 12 millimeter. And then we'll go ahead and use snap ring pliers to remove that clip, and then we should be able to just pull this up and then assemble the new short shifter. So let's go ahead and do all that. All right, guys, so we got it out. It's kind of hard to see the snap ring, and that thing's like super dirty and greasy inside. But yeah, once you release that, you can pretty much just pull up and it'll come out. So that's like the old O-ring. But anyways, yeah, so we'll go ahead and pretty much you would transfer everything that's on here to the new short shifter. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna compare it right now. The one to my right is a Kartboy one, and the one to my left is the OEM one. So there is a little bit of a height difference, if you can kind of tell too, probably like a good inch. And then it looks like it is gonna be a short shift too. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and transfer all the parts to the new one. All right, so I got the new shifter pretty much assembled. You know, down here there's two Phillips screws, so on the old one you do that in order to take it off. So with the pin, you will have to take it off fully in order to take it all out. And then I kind of pre-assembled it a little bit just to kind of get in there and make it easier once I punch it inside the car. And I have an adapter here for my shift knob. So yeah, if you have a new shift knob that comes with adapter, I guess don't forget to put that on. For the ball here, you pretty much reuse the old white one. I greased it up, and then you would just pretty much punch it through, and don't forget your C-clip here. What I found out with my O-ring here, it was ripped, so I'm gonna have to replace that, but not a big deal. So don't forget to check that, guys, if any of your O-rings are ripped or whatever the case is. They're pretty easy to replace. But yeah, we'll get that replaced, and then we'll go ahead and throw this in the car. All right, so we got that in there. Put your snap ring in, and then I went ahead and used a flathead driver just to make sure it's seated properly. Just push all the way down, it should snap. So now what we're gonna do is feed in the reverse cable. You can see here, if I can focus it, yeah, that's where the roll pin is. You have to go through, and also there's a slot in there too, so you feed in there and it'll go through a slot. So that'll be kind of tricky to put in, but yeah, you'll feed it through this tube here, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and punch it through. So we'll do that, and then you can pretty much go ahead and put that bolt in, that 12mm bolt, and the nut. That should be in. Assemble your boot. Pretty much put everything in. So we'll go ahead and do all that, and then we'll pretty much test it out and see how short they really are. Alright, just a quick tip. It is a little bit tricky, but what I ended up doing is using like a really small pin to kind of line up the hole while punching this at the same time. So it will take some time to just kind of line them all up as you're kind of going through a couple layers to get the pin into the reverse cable. But anyways, once you do that, then you can pretty much zip tie the cable to the shifter body here, or the shifter. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pretty much throw everything back in now that we can all do that, and yes, test it out. Alright, so I'm in the car right now. I've been doing a test drive this whole time. So far it's really notchy and nice. I notice it does give you some noise. You can kind of hear that whining noise, which doesn't bother me at all. Because I know when I was reading reviews, it does give you some NVH is the term. Stands for noise, vibration, and harshness. So yeah, that's what you may experience once you install the bushings, especially the bushings. I know Kartboy does sell the shifter alone itself, but you will get a better deal if you just buy it all at once, the whole kit with the bushings. So I do really recommend getting the Kartboy Short Shifter with the bushings, regardless if you don't want the bushings, but it really gives you like a race car feeling, to be honest. And even though the STI is like a sports car, it's it really does wonders with the short shifter. So I really like it so far. But yeah, like I said, once again, once I do maybe a month review and see how it goes. Another thing is, I guess if you aren't really an experienced like driver driving manual, may not recommend it, but at the same time, I think it's way nicer to learn if you have a short shifter, in my opinion, you know. So yeah, every gear is like so notchy, and that's what I was aiming for. And so far, I really recommend this kit, 100%. I really noticed, I think what it does with this short shifter, let me see if I can kind of record it. I noticed like from third to like neutral is really short too. Like I think with the short shifter, it brings everything up closer, and like there's really no wiggle room. Or there is wiggle room, but not a whole lot. It's reduced. But yeah, guys, yeah, I'm kind of driving with one hand. I'm gonna try to get a mount here soon so we can actually do like better driving videos, kind of like a POV style, which is kind of what I'm doing now. But at the same time, I kind of want something on the side to show me actually driving the car. But here right now, I'm at fourth. I'm gonna try to do a downshift here. Look at that, that's real nice, man. And I am running a cob intake too. I also got some news coming up, which I'll probably release in the next video. But yeah, let's do some driving here. Alright guys, so now I'm home, and I can kind of show you guys how extra short the throws are. So let's take a look here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the reverse. Like I said, once again, it's a real notchy feel, so that's something that I personally like, and you can even hear it too. So let's take a look if you want to take a listen here. And then from 3, or like I said, from the upper gears here. So if I go to 3rd, neutral is like literally right there, so it's like really short. And then if you just barely like wiggle it, like there's barely any play, like maybe a 1/4 inch. And that's something I really like about this short throw. So definitely worth the upgrade if you're looking for, I don't know, just a short throw shifter. Go with the Kartboy for sure. But yeah guys, that pretty much sums up the video. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what you guys think. If there's any other questions regarding the Kartboy install or how the actual experience is, yeah, go ahead and comment about that. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.